You're watching a PGSN broadcast.
He drives in. Isaac Vaughan with the air one.
Jordan Ross coming down the court. Jordan Ross down the road. What a sauce from Jordan Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to Pleasant Grove High School. I'm Brendan Larson.
I'm Brigham Ray.
And tonight we have your broadcast of Pleasant Grove basketball facing off against the Jordan Beat Diggers. Jordan still remaining the greatest high school mascot of all time.
The Jordan Beat Diggers just won a close one in the JV game, winning, what was it?
By 62-60.
62-60. Triple overtime game, wasn't it?
Yes.
Triple overtime. Close loss.
Coming into the game, Jordan's best player, Dante Martin, averaging 27 points and 9 assists. Big stats from him.
Yeah, he's going to be a threat on the paint and as well from the outside. Pleasant Grove's going to have to do what they can to lock him down tonight.
Pleasant Grove coming in 5-0 after a big win against Olympus High School last night.
Yeah, they were down in that game early, but they fought back and they won that game by 9 points, I believe.
Confidence has got to be super high tonight for Pleasant Grove. As 1 minute remaining on the game clock as things just get in time. A player we want to spotlight right before the game is Isaac Vaughan. Really just carrying the Vikings this year and rebounding and on the defensive side of the ball and paint scoring. Is there nothing this man can't do?
He is one of the 5 starters tonight. The other starters will be Daniel Mitten, who is another senior. Dylan Jones, the junior.
Sharpshooter, that one. You got to watch out for Dylan Jones.
Great handling skills, too. Jordan Ross.
Speaking of great handling,
Jordan Ross comes into the game for the injured Michael Mitten, who has a stress fracture in his foot from supposedly the end of term.
supposedly. Also starting for the Vikings is McCaden Adams. McCaden Adams, the high-flying guard. Look for him to throw it down tonight.
Yeah, one of the most bouncy kids I've ever seen in my life. We will go to break as the national anthem will be played.
As tip-off is just getting underway here at the mouth of Battle Creek Canyon, welcome on to PGSN. I'm Brendan Larson.
I'm Brigham Ray.
And tonight, we have the Pleasant Grove Vikings taking on the Jordan Beat Diggers. Starting for the Vikings tonight, we have Isaac Vaha, McCaden Adams, Daniel Mitten, Jordan Ross, and Dylan Jones. This is a starting lineup that has proven very capable of winning games as they stand at 5-0 right now. Brigham, what are some keys to the game we can expect to see?
One of the biggest keys to the game is rebounding and how tight they play on defense. As Isaac Vaha wins the tip, they need to really just lock down and stop this Beat Digger team from hitting threes, which they are very capable to do.
Ross with a floater in the paint on the first play of the game, no good. Rebound Adams. Swing to Jones. Jones wide open. Splash!
Dang.
An absolute zinger from downtown from Dylan Jones.
Great way to start this game from the Viking offense.
And Jordan Ross tips that one out of bounds.
Jordan Ross is the team leader in steals as he averages just around 7 a game.
Fascinating statistics from Brigham Ray. Dante Martin, the one and only, averaging 27 points a game into the backcourt. Bringing the ball across half line. Martin into the corner. Out to Will Green. Green. Handing off to Sullivan with a tee. My apologies to those Monsters Inc. enthusiasts out there. Back out to Martin. Beat Digger offense seeing absolutely nothing. Martin into the lane, loses it, recovers it. Loses it again, stolen by Jordan Ross. Once again stolen by Jordan Ross. Scoops it to absolutely nobody, picked up by the Beat Diggers. Throwing it out of bounds and dropped by the drill team, however, no one is harmed.
You know, you can't have those kind of drops in games. The drill team just kind of choked right there.
Well said. Jordan Ross coming across half court. Over to McCaden Adams on the left side. Back to Mitten. Mitten handing off to Ross. Ross with a pull-up jumper, brick. Rebounded Mitten. Mitten out, back out to Ross, back down to Mitten. Mitten with a jab step into the lane, hook shot, blocked. Sullivan in the corner.
Somehow wins a one-on-one catch versus Vaha. Danny Jones steals the ball.
Dylan Jones on the right side with a fake behind the back pass. Oh my goodness! It's showtime in Valhalla. Dylan Jones with a fake behind the back pass and to the rack. Wow. My goodness.
You know, personally, that's my favorite go-to in church ball. Never would try that on a varsity court, so good for him.
That's the type of thing I do in my 8-foot hoop in my friend's sport court. Sheesh.
Lethal.
Dante Martin on the right side. Hanging in midair, throws a brick, gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Another brick, picked up by the one and only Dylan Jones. On the left side for Jordan Ross. Loft, up ahead, hangs, finish, no. Rebound Will Green. Green down to Martin. Martin almost stolen by Vaha. Martin on the baseline, kicks to Green in the corner for 3. No good, rebound Jones.
I think Ross may have gotten a finger on that. He was very close to that.
Adams driving the baseline. And he'll draw 2 free throws as he goes to the line.
Deshaun Wilkerson on the foul. Looked like he got there first, but just got a hand on McCaden. That's what will send him to the line.
Vikings up 5 to absolutely nothing here to start the first quarter. 5:24 remaining as this game's just getting underway. McCaden Adams missing the first free throw.
McCaden Adams, keeping it our record. Get it? Sorry, that was really bad.
That was,
I apologize to all listeners.
wow. Adams' second free throw. Nothing but net. Ladies and gentlemen, you may notice that Valhalla becomes scarily quiet during free throws here. I hate it, and I think you do too.
Yeah, it's, you know, there's a little bit more noise during home free throws, but during away free throws, it's just almost eerie.
Dante Martin in the right corner, putting on a dribbling exhibition. Martin into the lane, floater, got it for 2. Good take from him. Ross up the court, over to Adams. Adams penetrating into the lane, turns his back, watches 5 count, out to Jordan on the left side. Vikings gonna reset their offense. Ross coming off a Mitten screen, finds Mitten on the roll, lob pass, foul.
Pass interference on number 3, Dante Martin.
That'll be an out of bounds play for the Vikings coming up. Subbing in for the Beat Diggers, number 24, Hayden Sullivan, younger brother of Landon Sullivan. Ross trying to get the ball in. Ross flies it out to his brother, Isaac Vaha. Jones on the right side, pulls from deep. Ice!
Dylan Jones has got to be one of the most lethal shooters in all of the state.
Dylan Jones with a quick 8 points to start this game, out of 9. On the tip down to the block, stolen by Ross. Ross up the court to Adams. Adams driving into the lane, pump fake, fades, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Mitten, that'll be Beat Digger ball.
That was great defense on both sides of the ball, but especially from the Vikings, getting a hand in their face, really forcing them errant pass.
Dante Martin, the 6'4" senior, and it shows. On the right side, being picked up by Mitten. DM versus DM.
Nice.
Thanks, initials. Martin throws the ball to absolutely nobody, saved by Mitten. Dylan Jones has got all day, and he's gonna throw it down. Dylan Jones with 10 points to start this game.
Dylan Jones having the game of his life so far. In the first quarter alone, has 10 points and a slam dunk.
Dylan Jones on pace for 40 points tonight.
Let's see if he can get more than that. 40 points seems a little low for him.
Dylan Jones, the baby-faced assassin, showing off all tools in his What am I trying to say? Arsenal. That's what I'm trying to say. As Brigham Ray forgot to do the score, we apologize.
My bad.
3:50 to go in the first quarter. Vikings up 11-2. We'd like to thank Big Daddy's, the sponsor of tonight's game. Play the graphic. Or find it. We'll have that coming up soon. A graphic I made for Big Daddy's. Big Daddy's Pizza, across the street from Taco Amigo on Center Street. Will Green. Rebound tipped, recovered by Isaac Vaha. Vaha on the right side, pushing it himself. Over to Jones. Jones for 3. No good. Jones' first miss of the night. Dante Martin on the right side, hanging. And he'll bank it off the glass. There'll be no count, a foul on the play. Out of bounds, Jordan Ball. Will Green to inbound for the Beat Diggers. Green looking to get it in. Does so to Sullivan. And Martin will draw a foul on Dylan Jones. You give up?
No, I got it.
Oh, sick.
You play it?
Yes. I'd like to thank tonight's sponsor of the game, Big Daddy. Dante Martin on the right side. Comes off a Wilkerson screen. Martin on the right, crossing over. Handing off to Sullivan. Sullivan to Cooper in the corner. Green up top, stolen by Adams. Look out, showtime! And he throws it down for 2. McCaden Adams.
Wow. It's just fun to watch tonight.
Adams could have thrown down a much fancier dunk, but electing to go with the simple two-handed jam there.
I've got a feeling he'll have another one in this game.
Cooper splashes down a 3. Ross finds Powell under the basket, and he finds Daniel Mitten for a nice assist. Viking offense is humming right now.
Very unselfish play from Hunter Powell, as he easily could have gone for the alley-oop, but elects to do the easy 2 to Daniel Mitten.
And under the basket, Wilkerson will draw a foul. And as my colleague Brigham Ray has stood up and left, it leaves me with myself and the cameraman, Caleb Dickerson.
What's up?
First free throw from Wilkerson. Wilkerson's second free throw on the way. Good as he splits them. Hanks throwing it up ahead to Ross. Vikings really want to get that ball moving fast tonight. Adams driving baseline, shut down. Finds Minton at the top, over to Powell. Powell thinks about a three, puts it on the deck. Finds Adams. Adams into the key, hands off to Minton. That'll be a travel from Daniel Minton. As we've just upgraded here at the commentators table to a Windows, so that's sick. Dante Martin seems to be the key ball handler for the Beat Diggers. Martin on the right side, being picked up by Tanner Hanks. Martin into the key, triple teamed. Throws it to the baseline, good. Will Green with the jumper.
It was a pure shot.
Jones thinks about a three, finds Powell. Powell on Minton on the underneath, tiptoes, and he does not stay in bounds. That'll be out of bounds, Beat Digger ball.
You know, he didn't press possession catch.
Dang it.
Silly Minton.
He pressed run after catch.
Yeah. He pressed aggressive. That's his bad. He needs to work on that.
It's all right. Martin underneath. Throws it right to Jordan Ross. Ross up ahead to Dylan Jones. Jones lays it in for two. Blocked off the glass, but Ross picks it up and lays it in for two.
You know, Will Green's got to be shaking his head. That was a beautiful block down, or chase down block off the glass. But, you know, Jordan Ross is on his toes and lays it right back in for two.
Jones went up a little soft on that one. Martin on the right side as Tanner Hanks sits down and accidentally gets the ball with him, and that'll be out of bounds for a Viking ball.
That was incredible defense from Tanner Hanks, the junior, who's been locked on to Dante Martin.
Tanner Hanks employing the take a seat method as he sits down and the ball comes with him. Never seen that before.
That was kind of a weird method, but it worked out.
Unorthodox success here in Valhalla. Ross walking across the half-court line, driving to the left. Jones in the corner for three. Another one.
Ayo.
Uno, dos, tres. Dylan Jones, third three of the night. And the Vikings are up 20-8 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Martin on the left side, being picked up by Hanks. Martin throws it away. Out to Green. Sullivan for three, got it. He finds the bottom of the net. Ross across the court with 9. Over to Jones with 8. Across the court to Powell, down to Hanks. Hanks with 4. Out to Vaha with 2. Lays it in at the buzzer. Isaac Vaha at the buzzer, the beautiful spin move.
Little input on Isaac Vaha. Today, him and both of the Connors twins committed and signed their papers to commit to, the Connors twins committed to UC Davis, and our very own Isaac Vaha commits to the University of Utah.
Excellent choice for Isaac Vaha.
Yeah, I guess so.
Anything to add?
I've been very surprised the way that Tanner Hanks has been playing defense so far. I mean, he's come in off the bench to play against, you know, one of the leading scorers in the state, and he's completely just locked him down.
Viking offense is just out and humming. They're the second, even if Jordan scores, the Vikings get the rebound and just push it up the court. Really impressive to see. Welcome back to the second quarter on PGSN. I'm Brendan Larson.
I'm Berger Murray.
And the Vikings are up 22-11 in this game. Cooper in the corner for three. No good. Rebound Adams. Up ahead to Ross. Ross on the right side with a reverse layup. Good.
That was a beautiful move. He knew he had to get by Dante Martin, who was looking for another chase down. And, oh, beautiful layup. But he went to his go-to, his reverse layup, and it worked perfectly.
Adams. And he lays it in for two off a key feed from Isaac Vaha. Will Green on the left side. Green with a stop and pop jumper. Got it.
I've been really impressed with Will Green's shooting tonight. His release is very quick, but it goes in.
And Jones, speaking of shooting, he nails a three from deep. Oh my goodness.
From a different area code. Jeez.
Will Green shot that from the 801, and I don't know where Dylan Jones shot that one from.
3-5 down to St. George.
Wow. Vikings up 29-15 with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Dylan Jones has been absolutely on fire tonight. I'd expect the Vikings to get the ball to Dylan Jones on this play. And as they do on the left side, on the right side, he pulls for another three. Oh my goodness!
He's just spicy hot.
The habanero's really coming out in tonight's game. Dante Martin misses his first shot, gets the second one off the rebound.
I think I know how he has so many points. He's built like a running back, so he just gets all of his own boards.
He's also a beat digger, so
Yeah.
he's got that field time. McAdams pulls for three. Another one!
Jeez.
Valhalla just flooded with threes tonight. Martin on the right side, coming off a Wilkerson screen in the right corner. Martin's gonna back down Ross. Ross reaches around to poke it away. Martin picks up his dribble to Green in the corner. Green driving, back out to Martin. Martin puts it on the deck, hangs, draws a foul, and he's gonna get two free throws coming up.
It was a good jab step to get him on the fake, and then driving. It was a great move drawing the foul and getting to the line.
Martin, first free throw as a hush befalls Valhalla. Makes the first one. 5:36 to go in the second quarter. And Levi Bogus checking into the game. Levi Bogus playing his first
Varsity minutes, I think.
of the season. Levi was in quarantine. He is now joined the team. Levi Bogus, what can you tell us about his game, Brigham?
He's got a lethal jumper, and he's 6'4", 6'3" maybe.
About. That'll be an offensive foul on Isaac Vaha.
But Levi, just coming out of quarantine, he's going to help this team a lot because he's got a big presence down low, and he's a great perimeter defender, and once again, he's got a lethal jump shot.
Levi Bogus, number 33. Levi the Swamp Bogus.
Yeah.
Martin picked up by Ross. Martin driving. Martin picks up his dribble. Will Green pulls for three. No good. Rebound Jones. Jones falling, loses the ball. Picked up by Cooper. He pulls for three. No good. And that'll be out of bounds off of Dylan Jones. And Evan Anderson checking into the game. Evan Anderson,
Wow.
the junior, not seeing a whole lot of playing time this year. He'll be checking in for Jordan Ross. Evan Anderson, a little Wolverine of a player. Just a feisty
I
guy.
see that.
Evan on Martin. Vikings move into a 2-3 zone. Martin kicking into the corner. Will Green thinks about a three, gets double teamed. Green throws it to the high post to Martin. Martin puts it on the deck. Out to Sullivan. He bricks a three. Pandemonium underneath, and there will be a foul. Let's see who it's on. Checking in for the Beat Diggers, Jamarcus Smith.
Both Jamarcus Smith and Evan Anderson just coming off JV games, so they have to be pretty tired right now.
Triple overtime games, might we add. Absolute thriller of a JV game,
Yeah,
though.
that was very, very entertaining.
Vaha on the right side. He'll take it in and get blocked by Dyshawn Wilkerson. 4:31 to go in the second quarter. Anderson slaps the ball out to Jones. Jones for three. No good.
Just off.
Dylan Jones really just letting that ball fly, as he should. Martin throws down to Smith. Smith's lay-in, no good. Rebound Vaha. Vaha's gonna push it himself. Over to Mitten on the left side. Mitten's gonna reset. Mitten into the paint. Out to Vaha. Bogus passing up a three in the corner, takes it in, loses the ball, gets it back. Gonna be a jump ball.
That was a quick call to jump.
Bogus passing up a three, which is his shot, and taking it into the paint. Checking in for Devontae Smith is number 13, Tanner Cooper. Anderson slaps his hands, trying to get the ball in. Flies out to Mitten. Jones on the right side. He pulls for another three. Got it! Oh my goodness!
He's had that move 3 times tonight, where he job steps, pump fakes, thinks about it, and then drills it in the defender's eye.
Absolutely filthy. Cooper on the right side. Over to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to get it off. Defended by Daniel Mitten. Over to Smith on the left side. Smith at the top of the arc as the Beat Diggers reset their offense. Cooper in the corner. Gets held up by Bogus. Bogus locks him down. Steal. Out to Jones. Jones up ahead. Jones hangs in the air and draws it in for an and one. Dylan Jones just stacking on more points to his already impressive total.
Dylan Jones looks behind him, sees the defender. Dyshawn Wilkerson, who's already had a chase down block tonight. He knows he's going to have to go through contact, but the focus to put it in and get the and one, just remarkable.
Dylan Jones, so icy, so clean tonight. He is a bad mamma jamma as he sinks this free throw. The words of Outkast, ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. And that is Dylan Jones tonight. Dante Martin into the key. Turns it over, picked up by Jordan. Who is it picked up? Levi Bogus with the rebound. HP over to Jones. Jones again, lays it up, and another and one. Oh my goodness. Dylan Jones scoring at will.
I think he really is on track for 40. Like earlier that was a joke, but he might break the single record. He's on pace to break the single highest scoring performance in Valhalla.
Do you know what that record is?
I believe it's 31 by Casey Brown, right?
I never saw Casey Brown play because I was a freshman, but yeah.
We'll get back to you on that.
Dante Martin kicks down to Sullivan, and he puts it in for two. Evan Anderson pushing the pace for the Vikings. Got to look for Dylan Jones on this play. Jones, jab step, driving, hands off to Anderson. Anderson, over to Mitten. Mitten pulls for three. No good. Rebound. Tied up. Come out. Jamarcus Smith coming out with it. I need water.
Yeah, me too.
Will Green on the left side. Green flying out to Smith. Wait, no. Martin. Martin on the right side, running into the brick wall that is Levi the Swamp Bogus. As Hunter Powell poking the ball away.
Oh, man.
And that'll be a foul, I believe, on Hunter Powell. Foul on Powell. And 1:59 to go in the second quarter. You're watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Dylan Jones with an absolute heck of a game tonight with 23 points already in the first half. Martin sinks his first free throw.
I think, I'm almost positive, at least as long as I've been here, so the past 3 years, the highest scoring output was 31 against AF my sophomore year, so 2 years ago, and it was here. the very last game to clinch the region game, or region championship, and Casey Brown had 31. I think that's the highest ever scored in Valhalla. But once again, we'll double check and get back to you on that.
We will have that coming. Anderson on the right side, over to Jones. They're not giving Jones any airspace. Anderson on the left side, over to Mitten. Mitten to Powell. Powell finds Bogus at the top of the key, over to Jones. Jones thinks about a three, kicks it to Powell in the corner. He shoots a three, no good. That'll be a foul. Let's see who it's on.
They will call it on Levi Boggs as he gave his defender a little shove as he tried to go up for that rebound.
1:37 to go in the first half. Excuse me, you're watching Pleasant Grove Sports Network, coming to you live from the mouth of Battle Creek Canyon. Brigham, what are you seeing from the Vikings so far?
Everyone's getting their part tonight. You have Dylan Jones, obviously, but like you have other people, like I think almost everyone on the entire roster that's been in the game so far has scored.
Mitten turning it over to Martin. Martin up ahead, he hangs in the air and throws in an athletic layup. Vikings back to push. Anderson on the push on the left side, and he'll draw a foul on Martin. That is his... We don't know.
This could be his second personal foul? Wait. Yes, his second personal foul. We'd like to thank our stats man, Colton Bayless.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, live from Russ Man's classroom. And Bryant Keach. Thank you so much.
Hunter Powell on the right side, over to Jones. Jones, jab steps, put it on the deck, pull-up jumper, got it. Oh my gosh.
This is a shoot-around for Dylan Jones we're all witnessing. They're just paid actors on the court.
Dylan Jones is levitating right now, ladies and gentlemen. I do not believe what I'm seeing. Dante Martin with 48 seconds to go. Martin on the right side. Martin trying to break down Mitten. Mitten's not letting him go. As the Vikings lock up on Martin, Martin's hands off to Smith. Tipped. Recovered. Sullivan on the right side. Back to Smith. Martin with 30. Mitten. And that'll be out of bounds on Mitten as he attempts to save it with 27 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Vikings are playing pretty lockdown defense right now. Like that was a chain of just great defensive plays over and over again.
Adam Ellis employing some unorthodox camera techniques as he is sitting against the scorer's table right now.
Can we get a shot of Adam real quick?
Can we get a shot of Adam real quick?
Hi, Adam.
That'll be out of bounds off Pleasant Grove.
Sorry.
Off Jordan, my apologies.
Off Jordan, but we had to get that shot of Adam real quick. We love Adam.
Adam Ellis, our resident editor and cameraman.
Yeah, all my homies love Adam.
Anderson on the right side. Anderson to Powell. Powell with 19. Back to Anderson with 18. Anderson with 15, giving it to Jones. Vikings swinging the ball around with 10. Powell on the left side. Powell with 4. To Jones in the corner was 2. No good. Foul on the play. Who's it on? That would be another foul on Levi the Swamp Bogus.
With 0.01 seconds left on the shot clock, or on the game clock, Jordan will shoot free throws, so that's an unfortunate call.
Very unfortunate. Player of the half, who does it go to?
Randy McAllister. I'm completely kidding. I love Randy, but it goes to Dylan.
For obvious reasons, if you've been watching this game, Dylan Jones with 23 points in the first half. 25, thank you, Caleb. Cooper sinks his first free throw with 0.1 on the clock. Cooper's next free throw. The bounce, the spin, the release, the nail. Bogus with 1 second. And Daniel Mitten electing not to shoot there.
Well, With 0.1 seconds, that would have been a tough release to get off.
Stay tuned for the drill performance coming up at halftime. This concludes the first half of Pleasant Grove Sports Network. The Pleasant Grove Vikings leading the Jordan Beat Diggers 46-30. Stay tuned for the second half. Don't miss the drill performance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third quarter on Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name's Brennan Larson.
This is Brigham Ray.
Coming to you live from the mouth of Battle Creek Canyon. The Vikings are leading the Beat Diggers 46-30. We've just received word that the Beat Diggers stay number 1 in the high school mascot power rankings, of their name being the Beat Diggers.
Yes, they're very good at that.
Dante Martin, top of the key, driving into the left lane. Martin's been great for the Beat Diggers today. And Deshaun Wilkerson gets the jump shot to fall his way.
Some would say lunky bounce. I would say skill.
Shooter's touch. Dylan Jones coming off a 25-point first half, drives in, and he's going to get 2 more free throws coming up.
Close to his third and one of the game.
Dylan Jones from another planet tonight. I've never seen him play this way before.
Me neither.
His first free throw, no good. And I just jinxed it.
Yeah, I know. Dylan Jones is actually the worst basketball player I've ever seen.
You just said that on live online broadcast.
Like, if I had the choice between him and Andre Iguodala, this fate of the universe on the line, I would take Andre Iguodala.
As Dylan Jones sinks his first free throw.
See?
As
See?
the jinx works. Wait, dang it.
Oh, you
Will Green on the right side. Over to Sullivan. Sullivan. Back to Martin. Martin thinks about it. Finds Will Green for a free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound, fought for. Picked up by Mitten. Mitten throws it to the Jordan coach, who catches it with ease. And his chair. Well played there.
It's like watching an Eagles game. Although the Eagles did play well on Sunday, beating the Saints by 3.
The Jalen Hurts factor.
Yeah, it's true. He's robbing the Heisman.
Controversial take, but I agree.
Yeah.
Dante Martin on the left side being triple teamed as he gets it stripped and off the foot of Daniel Mitten, thinking he was playing soccer, crab soccer.
He's playing a lot of sports tonight. Good for him. He's a 3-sport athlete.
Really athletic. Will Green to inbound. Throws it into the backcourt, picked up by Martin. Martin getting double teamed. Driving in with 3 of the biggest steps I've ever seen. And that will be a travel. Leaping and bounding
That was...
and traveling all the way across the court.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he took his first step, but it didn't look very close. That was like at the 3-point line.
Ross on the right side.
Daniel Mitten playing exceptionally well tonight. You know, as we've talked about him, very athletic, very strong down low. He's like, he reminds me of Tim Duncan as Daniel Jones.
As Dylan Jones sinks another 3. His 6th of the night.
I always call him Daniel. I don't know why, because Daniel Jones is actually terrible.
It's decent.
Yeah, he's improved a lot.
He can get 80 yards runs and trip on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was rough. That was the Giants season.
And Daniel Mitten hits a 3.
I told you.
Unbelievable. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. And the Beat Diggers throw that to their bench.
It was tipped by Jordan Ross, who did his best Jeff Okuda impression.
Timeout on the court for the Beat Diggers.
Isaac Vaha, once again committing today to the University of Utah. Great, just great all-around athlete, and one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world.
Controversial take from Brigham Ray.
You'll have to ask Isaac about it.
We'll get that interview coming up next time.
Us tight ends are very, very tight together.
Well played. Lamau.
Wow.
Our PGSN challenge of the day, say Lamau.
As many times as you can. Hopefully Colton Bayless will take track of how many we say.
We'll do our best to do that as well, starting now. Jordan Ross to kick things off, playing point guard here, as he traverses across the Viking braid.
Wow, that was majestic.
I am nice with the words, what can I say? Dylan Jones, driving, kicks to Mitten in the corner, thinks about a 3. He drives, kicks down to Vaha. Vaha with a pump fake and an easiest lay-in of his life.
I really do like the braids on Vaha. They suit him well.
The Allen Iverson look. Cooper bricks a floater. Minton throws it up ahead to Ross. Ross with a reverse layup. No. Rebound by his brother, Isaac Vaha, and he puts it in for another easy 2.
See, Jordan Ross was just being nice there. He knows he could have made that layup, but he wanted to give Vaha the points and the rebound. Very kind of him.
Vaha, I feel like, can just get buckets whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, in any sport.
Even tennis.
Even tennis.
Shout out to Adam Ellis.
Oh, and Jay God.
Sullivan throws it away. McKaden Adams, uh-oh. He throws it down to the one hand. Look out. Back to the play, nothing's happened.
Fortunate.
Will Green pulls for 2, and he nails.
Something about Will Green. It's really hard to guard because release is so quick and he can just shoot it from wherever on the court.
Definitely.
Very underused from the Beat Diggers so far.
Coach Brigham stating his opinions.
Yes. I get it from my mom, who is a one-time flag football state champion in the coaching department.
Is there an asterisk on that statement?
Oh, absolutely not. We could take anyone to the state.
Okay. I think a state flag football league would be fascinating.
Really?
UHSAA,
My
make
team
that
would take
happen.
it. Coach
Make that
Maria would.
happen.
Okay, sounds good.
Flag football needs to be a sanctioned sport. Dylan Jones in the lane flies it out to Hanks for 3. Another 3! You get a 3, and you get a 3, and you get a 3. Everybody gets a 3 in Valhalla.
You know, the weather said clear skies tonight, but I don't know.
It's raining.
It's raining in here.
I'd say we might get about 6 inches of 3s tonight, as Dante Martin bricks a layup and gets his own rebound and draws a foul. Dante Martin, one of the leading scorers in the state coming into this game, and I see why.
Do you have any idea why that wasn't called a charge?
No idea.
Jordan Ross got there early, took a nap, set his feet, got bulldozed,
Brushed his teeth.
brushed his teeth, walked his dog,
Martin sinks the free throw.
and went to Big Daddy's Pizza on the way.
I'd like to thank Big Daddy's Pizza, the sponsor of today's game. McKaden Adams driving, airball, gets his own layup, kicks it to Dylan Jones, who missed the broad side of the barn on that shot.
Heat check.
He had something in his eye. It was his last few shots.
I really hope he keeps shooting like that, though.
Martin on the top. Martin running into the brick wall that is Isaac Vaha. Down to Sullivan, back to Martin. Martin. And that'll be a blocking foul, and he'll get another and 1. 3:04 to go in the third quarter. Pleasant Grove up 62-39. We'd like to thank tonight's sponsor of the game, Big Daddy's Pizza. Let's see if we can get that graphic up.
That haircut is one of the leading scorers in the state. I would have probably said you're right, because this is Utah and anything can happen. But it is actually spectacular. I mean, if I could pull that off, I'd definitely wear that. I think he wears it pretty well.
I do too. Evan Anderson checking into the game. Inbounds it to Tanner Hanks, who gets physically touched from behind. And that'll be out of bounds off of Tanner Hanks.
To put it in a legally formatting statement, inappropriate touch from behind, yeah.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
That is fair.
Martin now being guarded by Isaac Vaha. Now you know the Vikings mean business on this kid. Being double teamed by Dylan Jones now. Nowhere to go, but he finds Sullivan in the corner, who fires for 3 and gets blocked by Tanner Hanks.
That was a great pass, though.
I think Tanner Hanks is leading the Vikings in blocks off jump shots this year.
That's another one. I would say so, too.
Isaac Vaha taking some contact, throwing up to Tanner Hanks. Hanks back to Vaha. Anderson driving in the lane, finds Powell. Powell driving in the lane with a no-look pass down to Hanks. Hanks over to Vaha, who pulls for 3. Another one.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, rock. Jingle bell around the clock in Valhalla as the clock moves. The Vikings get more threes. Dylan Jones in transition flips it out to Evan Anderson, who thinks about a three, driving, and he'll be tripped up and draw a foul.
That was uncalled for. That was assault.
Evan the Wolverine Anderson drawing the foul there. And Adams checking into the game.
Controversial move from Coach Mack, taking basically Jesus Shuttlesworth out of the game.
Rebound, tipped around, picked up by Cooper. Cooper back to Martin. The Rocky stocky player. Treading across half court out to Smith. And Cooper throws it to absolutely nobody. The E in Pleasant Grove was wide open on that play. In the words of Sam Darnold, I was seeing ghosts out there.
You know, this game continues. It looks more and more like the NFC East for the Jordan B. Diggers.
Gosh. 65-40. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Isaac Vaha on the block, turns, fades, pumps up an air ball.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Not Isaac's best shot there. Probably one of his worst shots of all time, actually. As Dante Martin gets into the lane.
We're going to call a block as Hunter Powell's left foot moved. A tidbit.
Dante Martin is just a freight train of blocking fouls.
Yeah, I would say so too. That was a great nickname.
Well, as Dante Martin sinks his free throws, Hunter Powell with the touchdown, excuse me. McCaden Adams in the lane, and he flies in for two. And guess what?
Wow.
Another blocking foul.
And guess who drawed it? Oh.
HP, the wizard himself.
Looks like HP just kind of got ran over there.
HP's favorite spell tonight is getting a blocking foul. As Will Green sinks another mid-range jumper. Levi Bogus in the corner. Out to Hanks. Hanks over to Powell. Powell thinks about a corner pass. Finds Bogus for his first shot attempt. No good. Touchdown pass to Deshaun Wilkerson, and he yams it down for two. Evan Anderson over to Adams, who thinks about a three. Finds Hanks. Hanks back to Anderson. Anderson over to Powell. Over to Bogus. And McCaden Adams for three. No good.
It's unfortunate. He had just about all the time in the world. As the Jordan defense is confused.
And Cooper throws it off the hands of Hunter Powell. I've got a nickname for McCaden Adams.
What is it?
The Flying Dutchman.
I really hope he's Dutch, because that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
I'm Dutch. Beak is now the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, we have confirmed word that Landon Van Overbeek, our producer, is Dutch. And Wilkerson with a fadeaway brick. And that will conclude the third quarter here on Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name's Brendan Larson.
This is Brigham Ray.
And the Vikings are leading the Beat Diggers 67-46. And we'll have your fourth quarter coming up next. Lamau, welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I'm Brendan Larson. McCaden Adams over to Jones as the fourth quarter gets underway. Jones driving in, and that'll be a foul on the ground. Dylan Jones slowing down considerably since his red-hot first half with 25 points. How many points does he have right now? Let's play the check the windows game. And how do I open this? What is the pin? I got the pin. Dylan Jones still sitting with a cool 25 points. Jordan Ross to inbound. Ross over to his brother Vaha on the corner, hands it back to Ross. Ross thinks about a three, makes his man jump, and he gets him in the spin cycle. Over to Adams. Adams in the lane. Out to Ross. Ross pulls for three. No. Rebound off the hands of Isaac Vaha. Your rebounding numbers tonight. The Jordan Beat Diggers have had 4 total defensive rebounds all night. That's coming from our stats man, Colton Bayless, 4 total defensive rebounds.
And you can trust Colton because he did take calculus last year.
And 16 turnovers on the night for the Beat Diggers. So 2 things they need to improve on, rebounding and ball handling.
Yes.
7:30 to go in the fourth quarter. The Vikings up 67-46. The one and only Will Green crossing the half-court line. Will Green having the green light to shoot from his coach as he pulls up from mid-range there. No good. Rebound McCaden Adams, the Flying Dutchman, across the half-court line. Finds Jones. Jones pulls for three. Got it! Back where he started.
That's one way to get into college.
Dylan Jones back on the warpath here with his 29th point of the night. And Dante Martin, with his 7th turnover of the night. Once again, stats from our stats man, the one and only Colton Bayless. Lamau.
And Bryant.
And Bryant Keach.
Thank you, Bryant.
Lamau. Jordan Ross over to Mitten. Mitten looking for Dylan Jones, wide open for three. Another one. Dylan Jones showing some emotion and breaking a smile on the court as he nearly gets that steal. Will Green pulls for a three, and he responds.
Will Green has missed one shot all night long.
Jordan Ross finds the Flying Dutchman, and he lays it in for two.
The Flying Dutchman using his ghostly powers to levitate.
As he does, lay it in that easy bucket off the glass. Sullivan getting tied up, keeps the ball. Back to Dante Martin, and that will roll out of bounds, and that will stay Jordan ball. Dylan Jones with 32 points on the night. Is that a new record?
We still haven't gotten word on that.
It is the unofficial record of points scored in Valhalla by a single player in a game. Dylan Jones, ladies and gentlemen, the junior. Dante Martin with the three of his own. Dylan Jones has been pulled out of the game. Hunter Powell into the paint, finds Tanner Hanks, and he lays it up and in for an easy two. Great find by Hunter Powell. That'll be out of bounds off of Pleasant Grove. Let's give a big shout out to one of the Pleasant Grove Sports Network founders, the one, the only founding father, Oliver Hatfield. Oliver, if you're listening, we'd like to send our love your way.
Yeah, he just got his plate taken out on his collarbone, and must have been really painful, so our love and prayers go out to him.
Indeed. Oliver Hatfield, I'd say the Jedi Master to what is Adam Ellis.
Oh, yes. He is the Qui-Gon Jinn to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Who is the Anakin Skywalker?
That's me. I called dibs. I love him.
You do resemble Hayden Christensen.
Thank you. That was the best thing anyone has ever said about me.
That also means you have zero chemistry with Natalie Portman.
I don't care. I got to kiss her on screen.
That conversation is very interesting. A lot. And it's like, thank you, please. But that also means you have zero chemistry with Natalie Portman. He's like, I gotta kiss her on the screen. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding.
The fourth quarter resuming, 5:45 to go. Cross-court pass to Cooper. He pulls for a three. Brick. Rebound, Hunter Powell. HP, the Wizard. Evan Anderson on the right side. Back to Hunter Powell. Hanks thinks about a three. Finds a cutting Daniel Mitten, and he lays it in for two. A beautiful pass from Tanner Hanks.
A slant route, if you will, by Daniel Mitten. Perfectly executed. Oh, wow.
And Hunter, the blocking foul, Powell.
It rhymes too.
The rhyme is incredible, as he will be pulled from this game due to having an excess of blocking fouls. As Makai Peterson, brother of the volleyball phenom Mia Peterson, checking into the game.
The first freshman to enter in this game, right?
He's a freshman?
He is a freshman.
Interesting. Martin on the left side, some acrobatics, and he will brick that shot. Covered by Bogus. Bogus up the court, hands to Hanks, he pulls for a three. Kapow!
Wow. Just wow.
The Hangsta Gangsta with a tray from way downtown.
I like that one. That one's good.
Thank you. Will Green on the left side. Green floats it over to Deshaun, and that'll be a brick. The Hangsta Gangsta approaching half court. Over to Anderson on the right side, back to Hanks. Vikings rotating the ball here, getting that motion offense into play. Bogus puts the ball on the deck. Over to Peterson. Peterson jab step. Back to Hanks, who pulls for another three. Mitten with the rebound. Mitten with the putback. It's good. Sound effects brought to you by Brigham Ray. Lamau.
Lamau.
Daniel Mitten getting ready to shoot two. Daniel Mitten's free throw will be no good. Dante Martin with a touchdown pass. And Wilkerson will throw that off the foot of Cooper. That's tough.
What looks to be a touchdown pass. Once again, incomplete from Carson Wentz. I meant whoever threw the ball.
That would be Dante Martin. Grant Webb checking into the game now. Webb on the right side, over to Peterson. Peterson. Bogus for a mid-range jumper, brick. Bogus, the Swamp, has been struggling tonight to say the least. Dante Martin in the lane, gets it stripped. Pandemonium, WrestleMania, and the ball will be out of bounds off of Pleasant Grove. Smith on the right side. Smith back to Cooper. He shoots for three. Got it. This Jordan team has some great shooters on their roster.
Yeah, they may be shooting a better percentage than the Vikings at the moment. Actually, no, there's no way. But
If they were, they'd be winning this game. Maybe.
maybe. But they do have a really high shot percentage.
Bogus over to Hanks. Hanks, crossover over to Webb. Webb, follow-up free throw line jumper, rattles it home. Grant Webb, the junior.
Wow, he can jump too.
And Dante losing that ball out of bounds. I believe that is probably his 10th plus turnover of the night. Thanks to our stats man, Colton Bayless, for bringing that. And Bryant Keach. And another turnover on the Beat Diggers. Let's check back in on our high school mascot power rankings. Still sitting at number one, the Beat Diggers.
No contestant.
Really none. It's a short list, too.
Yeah, it really is.
Anderson to Hanks in the corner. Hanks thinks about a three, flies it out to Peterson. Peterson back to Hanks.
And the entire Viking bench in unison stands up and jumps around.
When Peterson gets the ball.
Then he gave him the ball back.
Bogus back to Anderson. 2:49 left to go in the game, and it looks like McAllister will not be putting Dylan Jones back onto the court.
Unfortunate.
35 points on the night for him. Could have gone for 40. and that'll be a travel on the Vikings.
We'd like to take a second to spotlight Tanner Hanks, who came in a little bit in the first half and played defense on Dante Martin and really shut him down, really enforced 3 turnovers on his own, and then come into this game late and his shot just about 100%, right?
And the ball movement for the Beat Diggers gets them a nice tap in.
So Tanner Hanks playing really well tonight,
Yeah.
defensively and offensively.
Anderson in the lane, hangs, gets hit, no call. Martin up the court. Martin hanging in the key, and that'll be another travel.
I know this would have been a lot to ask, but it would have been really cool to see how many dribbles Dante Martin has taken tonight. And I think he's played the entire game
Lamau,
in the mouth.
as he takes a seat here.
I think they've played.
Evan Anderson across the line. Over to Bogus. Bogus to Grant. Thinks about a 3, back to Bogus. Flies up to Grant. Grant with a drop. Over to Hanks in the corner for another 3. In and out.
Jinxed it.
Rebound Dean. Smith playing point guard for the Beat Diggers. Over to Dean in the corner. Tipped away by Tanner Hanks. Hanks up the court. Hanks throws it back to Bogus. He pulls for 3. Kapow! Levi Bogus with his first points in Valhalla since returning from quarantine in his senior basketball season.
That was nice.
You gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Stolen by Grant Webb. Grant Webb up ahead with a reverse layup. No good. Rebound, Evan Anderson. His layup, no. Gets his own rebound. Bogus with the rebound. Pandemonium. WrestleMania at Valhalla. Wednesday night SmackDown. Anderson back to Peterson for 3. Barely hitting the rim. Anderson thinks about a 3. 55 seconds to go. Hanks handing off to Anderson. Anderson back to Webb. Webb over to Peterson. Peterson jab step. Taken into the lane, drawing contact, flies out to Hanks in the corner. Webb for 3. Everyone gets a 3.
Everyone's just drilling them tonight.
And the Vikings up 92-57 with 30 seconds to go in this game. Wow. Smith throws it right to Tanner Hanks. Let's see what sort of shenanigans they pull here. And they're gonna dribble this one out with 15 seconds to go as Tanner Hanks throws it into the backcourt. That'll be tipped and Evan Anderson will pick it up. And the final seconds will tick out here at Valhalla. Your final score, the Vikings 92, the Jordan Beat Diggers 57. Brigham, keys to the game. How did the Vikings come away with this victory?
First and foremost, they played great defense on Dante Martin, one of the leading scorers in Utah, and really shut him down today and forced him to make a lot of turnovers. But obviously the biggest key to this game was
Dylan Jones.
Dylan Jones. Oh
Lamau.
my gosh. He didn't necessarily put the team on the back because everyone got some tonight. All of them shot incredibly well.
Even if Dylan Jones didn't score 35 points tonight, let's do some quick math. Would the Vikings still have won?
Yes.
Yes, they would have. That was just to show the other dominance that was displayed by the Vikings on par tonight. We'd like to give a big thank you to our crew, Adam Ellis, our cameraman, our other cameraman, the one and only Caleb Dickerson, myself, Brendan Larson,
I'm Brigham Ray.
and our producer, Landon Van Overbeek, and our stats boy, Colton Bayless, back at the stew. We'd like to thank you all for watching.
And Brian Keach.
And
my
Brian
guy.
Keach, our guy. Once again, your final score from Valhalla, the Vikings 92, the Beat Diggers 57. Have a great night and stay safe.